Welcome back to Switcher South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash as always, and today you join me with something very interesting. It is a Mark 7.5 Golf, but not just any Golf. As you can see from the side, it's electric. This is the e-Golf, electric Golf. Literally, there is no engine because batteries, but I'm going to show you the look of the vehicle outside, show you what the difference is between the 7.5 and ICE engine, so the internal combustion engine, so the petrol engine, for those that don't know the terms. So here, front, number one that you can see is that over here, there's a blue strip from the lights going into the grille. Well, no grille, but you know what I mean, going into the lights this side. And also this car has LED lights. So here at the bottom, you have nice LED lights. It does stand out a bit, especially at night. When people see those LED lights, it picks off that this is not just any VW. And also come to the side, come and show you something very interesting is the wheels. The wheels are very nice design. I do like the design. Some people don't like the design because they're not used to the design, but I myself do like the design because it shows you it's an electric vehicle. So now, as you can see, there's a lot of, not much space. Why is that? For aerodynamics. So if those had normal wheels like combustion vehicles, it would use more out of the battery because of the drag. So here's for aerodynamics. So the less space, the better. Let's go to the back and let me show you the subtle differences at the back, and then we'll see where we take it from there. The back, there isn't really much of a difference here at the back, but before we speak about the back, let's speak about Change Cars. What is Change Cars? Change Cars online platform where you can buy, sell your vehicle, and even inquire about a vehicle. So if you have the Mark 7 or the 6, let's say you have the 6, the Golf 6 TSI, and you want a Mark 7.5 e-Golf, for those not for sale, you can reach out to Change Cars. They'll let you know that, look, there's the ID3s, ID4s coming in the next years or so. Look for that. If not, they'll tell you don't keep the car. So but yeah, that's Change Cars. Look at them, check them out, link in the description box below, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's called Change Cars, and then they do some reviews as well, but not as good as mine, but they are good as mine. I hope that makes sense. But let's move on to the look of the vehicle here at the back. The difference between a normal 7.5 and this 7.5 e-Golf at the back, literally it's one thing. This blue E and a dash, literally, that's it. Other than that, there's really no difference at the back. It looks like a normal Golf. And with that being said, let's move on to 3 things I like and 3 things I don't like. And you know how we do it this side. We start off with the bad. Things I don't like. The first thing I don't like about this vehicle is here in front. The batteries are not covered up as well I thought they should be, because there is still so much space. I feel like if VW took a bit more effort into covering this up, that you have some bit of space in front to have a front boot like how most electric vehicles have, and that would help in terms of the batteries, the plugs, basically keep them in front again and still have proper boot space at the back without compromising the spare wheel. But that's the first thing I don't like. The second thing I don't like, come on, show you, let's go inside. And the second thing I don't like about this vehicle is this. There's no black roof lining, but I do get it. This car is not for sale, it's for testing. So the important thing is the electric components, not this. But I personally would have liked this to be black, but I can't fault it much because it's not for sale. But that's the second thing I don't like. Third thing I don't like, honestly, I don't have. If I did have, I'd be nitpicking. Now let's move on to the 3 things I like about the vehicle. Good things about the vehicle. 3 things I like about the car. Number 1, the whole car. The look of the vehicle, literally front to back. I like it because it's the Mark 7.5, and I honestly do like the Mark 7.5. The second thing I like about the car is the technology found in the vehicle. There is so much to do with electronics, and being an electric vehicle, you learn so much. I still don't know a lot of things about this vehicle, but I'm keen to learn as time goes on. And the third thing I like about this car is the instant power delivery. Literally no lag. This is the first VW I'm saying no lag, and you guys know how much VW has lag, but I've told you about the instant power delivery and how much it puts out. I need to tell you about the drive of the vehicle and then my recommendation, but I can't recommend it because it's not for sale. But let's do the drive and we'll take it from there. So now you join me inside the Volkswagen e-Golf, electric Golf. So for my driving impressions, so how is this vehicle to drive? Really, it's smooth to drive. It's a very smooth vehicle, very smooth ride. It feels much better than an internal combustion engine vehicle because it's so quiet in here. You don't hear anything. So now this vehicle, there is no tank size. So you're looking at a battery size. So I can't tell you liters per 100. I'll tell you the tank size. So I'm going to answer the most important questions. How is it to live with, and then if I would recommend it, like in terms of do I like electric vehicles, and I'm also going to tell you how long it gets to charge. So the important thing, the size of the battery is a 35 kilowatt hour battery, and then so you're looking at, in terms of charging, if you're charging it at home, it's going to take overnight. You're looking at a couple of hours to charge it at home, and then the price of that, you're basically looking at the price of electricity in South Africa times the size of the battery. So the price for electricity in South Africa is like 2 rand, 2.5, 2 rand 50, if I'm not mistaken. So you just take the price of electricity at home or your specific unit, and then times it by the size of the battery. So this vehicle, full charge, full tank, you're looking at around 70, 80 rand of charge, of tank, if that makes sense. That's how much you're looking at, and that's cheap. And the range, or how far I can go with this vehicle, you're literally looking at around 300 Ks. That is a lot. Literally 300 Ks is a lot for 80 rand. Imagine if you poured 80 rand fuel and then you can travel for 80 Ks. It is a lot. It is significant. That is good. That is good with this vehicle. So now I'm gonna tell you about this vehicle. It has three modes, very unique 3 modes. So it has a normal, an eco, and an eco plus. Eco mode, normal mode, you get full power, full aircon conditioning. So full power, limited speed to 160, battery obviously limited to 160, and then you full aircon, so air conditioning proper. The car will just use more battery to maintain the air conditioning. And then there's an eco mode. An eco mode is you have limited speed, so limited power and limited air conditioning. In terms of power wise, you'll be limited to 120. That's the max speed you can do, and then aircon will be limited, so you won't have full aircon, but you'll have mild aircon. Then you'll have an eco plus mode, the mode I've been in most of the time, because my first electric car, I'm not trying to get stranded wherever, so it's a mode I've been driving it on most of the time. That mode, you get speed limited to 100 and no aircon, so I've been driving with the windows open, so that's took a bit of used to, but like it's not that hot. Today is the only hot day in South Africa, well, for the time I've been, for the week I've had the car, so that's when I use aircon, but otherwise been showering with the window open. So let's tell you, it has P, R, and D and B, and any other vehicle, the B will be S for sport. So what is the B? The B is for regen braking. So what is regen braking? Regenerative braking is basically when you're using one pedal to drive the car. So basically you accelerate with once you let off the accelerator, the car slows down for you. So it goes into a mode called charge. So there's this power, there's charge. So when it goes into charge, it's charging the battery, it's sending power back to the battery, so your range increases. So if your range is on like 70 or whatever, your range will increase because you're in regen. So there's normal drive, D, then there's B. I've literally never driven this car on D because it doesn't make sense to do so. Because why would you want to drive the car in a mode where it's just gonna chow petrol? Not petrol, chow battery. Still getting used to this guy. So rather put it in B, and then it will do the whole thing automatically. And then if you feel like the regen is a bit too aggressive for you because it's doing it automatically, you can put it in drive, and then there's a plus to the left, minus to the right, so you increase the recuperation. So you can choose in terms of you want it on level 1, level 2, level 3, depending on how aggressive you want it. So if you feel it's too aggressive, put on level 3, level 3 too aggressive, level 2 too aggressive, level 1, and then you sort it. And then yeah, the most amazing thing about this thing is how quick it charges at the good cars power stations found all over Gauteng and whatever. So you're looking at around, literally this vehicle, 45 minutes to charge to full, like from empty. There's a time when I had this thing, so I've charged it twice since I've had it. The first time I charged it when it was halfway, because I was getting a bit anxious. Charged it halfway, it was full within 20-25 minutes. And then yesterday I charged it, it was almost done, it wasn't done. I had like a range of 50 Ks or so, and then that's when I charged, and it charged to full in 45 minutes. And you don't feel it, you don't feel the 45 minutes. So what's the convenient thing about this thing is that you charge it, you filter it into your day job or into your day, whatever you're doing. So you're looking at, if you go into the mall, even if you're gonna spend 20 minutes in the mall, your car doesn't have to be on full all the time. Even if you're gonna spend 20 minutes in the mall, just plug it in, spend your 20 minutes in the mall, you come back out, your car's on 80%. That's enough for you to get back home. And you go home, when you get home, you plug it in. That's the nice thing about this vehicle. So you include it into your lifestyle. It does get a bit of use. You do have to get used to it, but it is convenient when you want it to be. So for motion journalists like me, the most challenging thing has been that I don't have my own power station at home. So I'd have to charge it, because I don't like charging it at home. I've never done, so because it's gonna take so long. So I'd have to go out to a mall, get a charging station. So with this vehicle is the Mark 7.5 e-Golf. It is not sold in South Africa. One, they brought it for testing for the ID3s and ID4s coming in the next year or so. So they're testing. Hence, this vehicle is just like box standard. You know, you can see it doesn't have a sunroof, and you know VW test units always have a sunroof. So here just for testing. Price-wise, this car doesn't have a price because it's testing. They'll have prices for the ID3s and ID4s, and I'm sure you guys are also wondering. Also, I forgot to mention, gearbox. It's a 1-speed gearbox, so there is no gear. It doesn't change. And the question I got asked in terms of do I like electric cars, or which one do I prefer, ICE cars or electric cars? ICE cars being internal combustion engine cars, like petrol cars. Which one do I prefer? Honestly, I still prefer petrol engine cars. But I love electric cars. Like I love electric cars. This thing is not boring at all. It has so much power. Like it literally goes. You put your foot down, like it, and you hear, like it's quick. It gives you the power when you want it. That's the thing. So speaking of giving me the power when I want it, in terms of VW and their turbo lag, if they can filter this electric power into their ICE engine cars to minimize the turbo lag, it'll be perfect. So if you guys enjoyed this content, comment down below. I've covered a whole lot about this vehicle. If you feel like I haven't said anything that you might like to know, comment down below. I'll comment. I'll tell you my thoughts of what you were saying. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. And what happens if you get stuck? You tow it. There's really no power bank, as most of you guys would are asking. But otherwise, I've said a lot, and I'm gonna sign out right now. So power. It is very fun. It is very fun, but that's enough of that. I do not have battery. See you.